Hey everyone, welcome to the Console Time Machine, where we go back. And today we are back in OutRun. It is the remake of OutRun on the original Xbox. It's a 2004 release, OutRun 2, and they have added a few different game modes. There's a challenge mode, there's the arcade original mode, and this is what we're going to play. The version of this game has some extra cars that you can try, which is good. It's got a few extra little additions to the game itself. I'm going to go for standard OutRun mode, and we're going to have the music turned off actually. But yeah, like super hyped to be back in this game. Really takes me back, and if I do have the music on, it absolutely gives me goosebumps of the original. So it's not going to be easy. I'm going to try and go for all the checkpoints. So I think first of all we're going to go for the easy checkpoint, which is going to be all lefts when we get to the crossroads. Now if you played this, get in the comments and let me know if you remember the original OutRun from the arcade with a big old red car that you could sit in that moved around. Oh my days, I spent so much of my early teen life sat in that car loving the activity, and I'm sure that stayed with me throughout the rest of my life, and that's now why I do sim racing on a motion race, because somewhere in my itsy bitsy brain of mine it's kicking off some chemical that reminds me of being a kid. I'm absolutely 100% convinced of that. Anyway, I digress. So it's a fantastic game. You can choose different cars. There's like a drift mode where you got to like get hearts to impress the girl that's sat in the passenger seat there. There's all sorts of other challenge modes. We will go through them all. I'm going to go for 100% game completion. So I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you can join me on that. I might even have to try and get a steering wheel set up for this, because that would be absolutely amazing. But I'm not even sure if that's possible on the original Xbox. I might have to do some research. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this journey back through these old games. I think, you know, gaming has come a long way, and yes, there are some fantastic things now. I mean, I love VR, I love sim racing, and VR is just, you know, if someone had said to me in my teenage years that VR was going to be a thing, and what we get today in terms of sitting in a real car on a real racetrack was going to be accessible, I would have never thought it possible. But when you go back to things like this and you remember the days of the simplicity, you stick a couple of coins in the slot and it keeps you busy for 10 minutes. I mean, what a great time this was. And back then technology was moving so fast.
Checkpoint.
In fact, like in here, I haven't got the music turned off. I thought I did, but I obviously haven't. Another addition to the game there, you see that yellow Ferrari, so you do get these sort of opposition cars to race against. I think it's pretty rudimentary stuff. It doesn't have any bearing on sort of, you know, whether you complete the stage or not. I think it just adds another little element that sets it apart from the original OutRun, and, you know, gave them something else that was a feature, I suppose. I'm not quite sure what the feature is. Maybe I've misremembered it, and I'll have to go back and work out exactly if that did have a function. Doesn't seem to have any sort of position counter or anything on the overhead display. This might be a bit touch and go, guys. Get into this one. Oh, we'll get there. We're gonna have to make sure we don't have too many accidents on the next one. Get into the old drift mode there. Nice. All coming back to me now. Oh, hello, he says. Going straight off the track. Oh, that's too slow. Come on, get those wheels back straight. Looks great, but it's too slow. We might not even get to the next checkpoint, guys. I love how far you can see into the distance, so like, yes, I know it's a little bit pixelated, but so much fun. We better get to that checkpoint soon. We better get to that fork in the road soon. No, I don't know if we're going to do it. 20 seconds at the fork in the road is going to be darn close. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Right, we know we need 20 seconds at the checkpoint, don't we? Ba, 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 bow. I love this sound. I love these tunes. On the last stretch now. That's not going to help matters. Okay, there's not going to be a fork in the road on this one, so we're just going to have to drive and hope. Wow, we've left it close. Oh, 3 seconds. 4 seconds we got there. But we did it. That's checkpoint 1 out of the way. I think I've already did it. I think I already did it in my 5-minute playthrough and got to checkpoint 1 actually. So maybe this will be another score on the leaderboard. Next time we're going to take a single right-hand turn and then go left all the way and get to checkpoint B. Yeah, we did already have a score on the board and it was better than this one, so... There it is. Right.
Game over.
Harsh. Well, luckily for me, I've got another virtual 50p coin and I'll be putting that in, and let's get on to checkpoint B.
OutRun Arcade.
So for checkpoint B, I think what we're going to do is we are going to choose a different car. So we had the Spider last time. I wonder what we have to do to unlock these. We're definitely going to have to work our way towards them. So let's go for the F50 in a nice black.
F50, automatic transmission.
So this time we're going to go left 4 times but right once. So I think to get it out the way early, I will go right the first time and then constantly left. Let's see if that works. Just get in the comments, let me know what you remember about this game, and particularly the original OutRun, but there were so many games that come after this. There's another 2006 version. I've got the original main arcade version somewhere on my Batacera. I might have to revisit that. But yeah, so many different games on different consoles, but certainly for me, like, this game sparked this sort of arcade style, and these graphics sort of, you know, pretty reminiscent of the age, but reminds me a lot of like Chase HQ. I don't know if you get in the comments if you remember Chase HQ. That game was pretty unique because you had to chase down a criminal, and then there was like a steering wheel on the cabinet, but also like a gun you had to shoot him with, I think. Or you had to just press the button for the guy in the car to shoot it. Oh, I'm going to go right here, aren't I? Yeah. Right, we are going to need to concentrate because that crash is not going to help us. And that sort of mistake, cumulatively, could ruin our chances of getting to checkpoint B. So let's see what we can do in this one and really make some headway. Not convinced that the drifting is the fastest, but sometimes the corners are so sharp. It's getting back out of the drift that I find quite sensitive. Right, let's see if we can get ahead of this yellow one. But there are times like that where not drifting just isn't going to make you turn sharp enough for the corner. But drifting does feel quite slow, so it's quite a funny mechanic. I think we've done it. So we've done right once, let's do left now. Checkpoint B is going to be ours. We're going to be getting on some new stages. I think this one's a sandy one if I remember rightly. When you go left and then right, or right then left, you end up with a stage like sand on the track and sandstorms. No, it's not that one. Must be a different way. Oh, until I hit that barrier, that felt real nice. A little bit of a dab on the brakes and get back on the throttle to get it round. There we go. Oh, we ain't going to do it. We are not going to do it, guys. We don't have enough time. Wasted too much time on that drifting, I think. 6, 5, 4, 3. Will it let us roll? Oh, no. I think it was that bump at the beginning. I think it was that bump at the beginning that nailed us. Okay, we're going to give this another go.
Get ready.
Right, a bit more focus needed on this one. A bit less talking, a bit more focus. Let's see how this goes. Try and avoid these cars and get a good start. Build up some time so that when we get to the harder ones, we still leave ourselves with a chance to win. Go right at the first one.
Checkpoint.
There we go, nice and smooth. Now we're getting the physics back. Sometimes you just need to let off the throttle just a little bit and it's still quicker than a little drift. Get that speed back. But I remember buying a version of this game for, I think it was for my Atari ST back in the day, and it came with the discs and it came with an audio cassette tape. If you don't know what an audio cassette tape is, you're not old. And it had the tunes from the game on the audio cassette tape, and I'm not joking, I used to actually voluntarily listen to the tunes from the game on that cassette tape when I wasn't playing the game. That's how much I loved this game. And you could sort of close your eyes and listen to the audio, like this track here, and just let it take you back to being in an arcade. Crazy days, crazy days. Right, switch it back that way. Come on, let's maintain that speed. As soon as it gets down below, like into the 100 kilometers, you're struggling. That felt good, that felt good. Right, we're gonna go left again. I think we're still going for checkpoint B. I've sort of lost track. Looks that way by the heads-up display. Sign right, come on, let's do it. Some stages are definitely harder than others. Not only the track, but the drifting mechanic and these sharp corners trying to keep your speed up. And some have more traffic than others. So, you know, there's a lot going on. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I did not want to do that. But we're back, we're back, we're back. Alright, cool. Once you get about 20 seconds when you get to that fork in the road, you're normally alright unless you have an accident up here. Oh, lights are coming on, let's go! Graphics are coming into their own a little bit here. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's a little addition from OutRun 1. You've got the Eiffel Tower there as well, looking quite nice. Now that felt nice and smooth. That did feel smooth. Can we get this guy before the finish line? We will not, but we are going to get there with 10 seconds to spare. So that's checkpoint B nailed. How cool is that? Like it. Let's get our name in. We get more points for getting to checkpoint B. Well, we did get more score, so maybe you do. Maybe you do get a few more points. So there's A and B. Moving on to C now. Let's get into the... Yeah, let's get into the 365 Daytona and...
365 GPS.
I'll have a white one. Let's do this.
Risky ride.
Get ready.
So now we're going to go right twice. Doesn't really matter where. We do see different stages though, so depending on whether you go right twice at the beginning or partway through, you will get different stages. But we'll just see how it goes and see where we're positioned on the track. As long as we remember to go right twice at some point, we'll be golden. Grass gonna slow me down. Let's go right at this one. Lots of time left, awesome. Now we've done this stage already, so we should be reasonably familiar with this one. I'm not quite sure how much the car characteristics have a bearing on, you know, speed and drifting and stuff. They all feel very similar, even though they've got different sort of attributes, I guess. But I don't think that's what it's about. I think it's more about the fun of the driving experience. Maybe some drift a little bit better, I don't know. I can't notice many differences, if I'm honest. Little flick of the brake there, back on the throttle. Let's go to the right again. Give ourselves a different look. Not that far right though. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we've still got 20 seconds to go. We'll cross the finish line, so thereabouts. Alright, 18.
Checkpoint.
Oh, here's the sandy one that I remember. to the inside, see if I can cut through there without touching the sand too much. Well, that's not too bad, lost a bit of speed. Let's get this bad boy sideways. There we go. Oh, no, straighten up. We should have ample time here. There we go, right, another new stage, nice. Keep that speed up, don't hit the cars. Oh my lord, that's not good. There we go, let it reset naturally, nice. I think we've got to go left here to get to checkpoint C, I'm not sure. Once you get involved in the racing, it's really hard to remember how many stages you've done. They're so quick.
Checkpoint.
Oh no, 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 that's so slow. Straight up, straight up, straight up, come on. Why can't you straighten up? Straighten up! Wow, about 10 seconds there of doing about 100 kilometers an hour. That could really come back to bite us, guys. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, good lord, we might have actually cooked ourselves. Oh no, we had enough time built up already. Woof. That felt like it wasn't going to be great in the end. Yeah, that last stage is very, very short actually, even though despite making all those mistakes, I thought we were going to slow us down. We actually got there. So that's checkpoint C, I believe. So we went right twice, then left again. Awesome, 2 more to go.
Best Outrunners. Main entry.
Right, let's get back to it.
Game over.
Another 50p in the virtual slot and in we go.
OutRun Arcade.
Yeah, we'll try ourselves in a little Dino. What haven't we done yet? Oh, this stuff, that's a nice
Dino 246
nice blue colour.
OutRun mode. Splash
Do it.
wave.
Get ready.
You know what I was saying about the car's not feeling much different? This one actually feels quite slow, and I'm wondering if it's because if it's the one on the left-hand side, maybe it's for like beginners or something, I don't know, but this definitely feels a bit slow. We'll soon see. If we struggle to make checkpoints, we'll go back to the fast ones. Also need to find out how we unlock those other cars on the right-hand side, because I bet they're useful in the later stages. Oh, I was supposed to go right there. Okay. Looks like we're going to have to go right every time now.
Checkpoint.
Alright, building up a nice amount of time. got my head wobbling and my feet tapping to the music. It is literally giving me goosebumps, guys. It's crazy. Definitely slowed down way too much for that one. Remembering which ones you need to drift for and which ones you don't, and I got that completely wrong. Right, let's head to the right.
Checkpoint.
Back into the forest stage. Lovely jubbly. I'll get out of the way, black pickup truck. What's your problem? Oh, get those cones, nice. Drift central, come on. Flick it back, nice. Oh, flick it back again. Oh no, that's not going to help us. Luckily we've got loads of time built up, but that costs, I swear those crashes cost about 10 seconds. So that could come back to bite us on another stage a bit further on when we need that time.
Checkpoint.
I need to drift just, yes, keep the speed high. Now we'll get one in. Drifting between those two, nice. And again. Oh, that could sting.
Are you gonna give up?
Did not need that on one of the final stages. Come on. Hopefully the fork in the road's coming up. Yep, right, we're going to go right. Can't afford any more mistakes. Cannot afford any more mistakes, or we're not going to get to the next checkpoint. What we're looking at, D this time.
Checkpoint.
Luckily, unless I'm mistaken, the last stage on each one of the ones so far has been the shortest, so maybe we'll be alright. Couldn't have done that much better, I don't think, with that traffic there. Oh no.
Are you gonna let him get away with that?
Oh, it's going to be heartbreaking if we get really close to the end and don't do it. Oh, we're good. Wow.
Congratulations.
Genuinely exciting stuff, guys. Genuinely exciting. I love it. Right, there's one more left, which means turning right every time and getting to checkpoint E, I think. There we are with D. Excellent.
Best Outrunners. Name entry.
Right, let's get
Game
to D.
over.
We're going to use the fastest car. I'm going to assume the fastest car is the one over to the right hand side. Then at some point I'll investigate how we unlock some of these others. I'm assuming they come with the other game modes, because we've got the OutRun challenge mode.
OutRun challenge.
Lots of stuff to do there.
Run mission.
Yeah, I'm assuming we've got to get through the missions. Party missions. Okay, you can do multiplayer, that's not bad.
OutRun race.
So I think that might be online stuff, so we don't need to get involved with that. Anyway.
OutRun arcade.
So. Yeah, see that one's got quite a lot of speed, no acceleration handling. This one's got a good balance. It's going to have to be the spider. We're going to have to go with yellow. And let's get to checkpoint D.
Flash wave.
Get ready.
Like I say, don't really feel any different if I'm completely honest. Because this one also feels slow, so maybe they all feel slow at the beginning. Be mindful to try and minimise the mistakes early on and build up some time so that if I do make a mistake on a later track, we've got a little bit of margin for error.
Checkpoint.
Says going onto the grass and touching cars and whatnot. Anyway, nothing too bad happening. Seems quicker than trying to drift anyway. Get around there. That certainly isn't the quickest route, but we'll take it. The trouble is now I'm locked in at 130, and when you start the drift at that speed, the drift stays at that speed. So, there we go, we're through, we're good. 30 seconds left. I need to go right here, mate, so sorry about that. Building up this time. I don't think we've gone right on the first two yet, have we? Correct me if I'm wrong. So this could be a new stage.
Checkpoint.
Oh no, it looks familiar actually. Or does it? No, maybe not. Can't remember. Can't remember. They all look pretty good and they all come around thick and fast. So there's a lot of traffic in this one. Right, I need to up my game. This is not going to get it done. Whoa. Oh, wow. Right, we might be having a restart here. There was just a lot of traffic and a lot of turns. Yeah, I don't think 17 seconds is going to be getting it done. Let's have a restart.
Get ready.
Right, back in the mix. Need to minimise these mistakes. Head to the right, there we go.
Checkpoint.
I think we made some mistakes on this one, on the last run, which didn't help us later on, so let's minimise these. And then it was that sandy stage, which was a bit of a pain. That seemed quicker. Let's go with that. Oh, we're right on the edge. Damn it. Too slow, come on. Sometimes it seems really hard to get out of the drift and get the power back down. It just wants to keep drifting and fishtailing left and right. When you try and straighten up, it goes back too far the other way, you know?
Checkpoint.
That keeps it tidy. So does that. Can't get into the drift, but we'll do it. We'll take that. It all can't be perfect. There must be a little bit of margin for error, surely. This game can't be that harsh. See what I mean about trying to get out of that drift? Right, we made it. Stage is definitely getting longer.
Checkpoint.
Right, didn't really want to start hearing that sound. Loving the fog though. Loving the fog effects, man. I don't think you can say anything bad about these graphics, considering it's 22 years ago. This actually is good for its day, and it's on console. Right, we're looking good going into the last section. Let's get it.
Checkpoint.
Around that one. Nice. Oh, come on, get off there. Oh, that was super glitchy. I just could not get off that barrier. That could come back to haunt us later on. I know I've said it before, but you've got to be pretty consistent in these. Last two S-bends, I think. Pretty long drifting. One more. There we go. Wow, we did it. Thanks for sticking with me, guys. That was really good. Look at the length of time these stages are. 102, 102, 106, a 101, and a 49. The last one's real quick, but in the early stages, in the earlier, you know, getting to A, B, and C, for example, they were all well under a minute. So, yeah, that's tough. But this is the hardest route, so that's why we had to restart. Let's see if we get any credit on the scoreboard for taking the hard option. Does it get us to the top of the board?
Outrunners.
No, not really, but I did make a few mistakes.
Entry.
Oh well, we can live with that. Right, I'm going to get my name in. Thanks for sticking with me. If you enjoy this sort of content, make sure you like and sub and share and do all that good stuff to help us to grow. It's a very, very young channel. I'm really enjoying sharing this retro content, and I've got so much more in mind, so many other games. Get in the comments. Let me know what you think about OutRun, but also let me know what other games you think I should try. Think sort of year 2000, original Xbox. up to like Xbox 360 early stuff, but also going back to N64 and original classics like the Atari 2600. Just drop something in the comments. Let me know what I should try, what sort of console it's on, what age it is. And if I've got it, I'll do it. I'll do some streaming as well. So when you do sub, make sure you get those notifications on so that you can get notified of when we're live streaming. Join me in the chat, we can talk, we can have a giggle, and we can relive these retro memories together, which is what it's all about. Anyway, thanks for joining me on the Console Time Machine. I'll see you on the next one. And don't forget to check out the video that YouTube is suggesting on the screen right now. It's another banger. So I'll see you soon. Take care. Peace.